We're live!
Hello, and welcome to the final live stream of American Horror Story, the finale, Apocalypse Then. We started the series, the season with Apocalypse Now, and now it's going to be Then. So let's dive in, I guess.
It's season 8, episode 10 of American Horror Story. And yeah, we'll just dive right in. So
we start
off with the woman who looks
Myrtle.
like her, she's, like Clifford has had sex with like Cousin It.
I think, yeah, Myrtle kind of looks like that.
We start off with her.
Yeah.
And
I can see that.
She gets into the tech company.
Yeah.
She breaks
these spells because she's a witch, so she's allowed to use these
What?
spells. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Spoiler
alert!
They're witches.
She finds out where Outpost 3 is.
So this kind of like, this whole opening scene was really interesting because like they really kind of like played into Michael's little game too. Like they figured out kind of like, okay, like, because Myrtle went in there and put a spell on Vanderbilt, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
And then she put a spell on like the freaking Bill Gates haircut guys.
Kills them.
Well, I don't think she kills them. I think she's gonna like.
No, she killed them. She was like, something, before I leave, I'm going to kill you. And then he's like, and then he falls. She kills them.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. And then, so basically then we come back and we're with like Coco and Mallory and everybody. And they tell their plan about like using Coco and Mallory to get into the bunker to try and save the world. And Mallory's hesitant. Coco's hesitant. I
just love how kind of like Coco was kind of like, you're my best friend. I can never be mean to you.
I know. And then you cut to her being like, go get me a coffee, stupid bitch.
Yeah, this Uber driver is insane. And the Uber driver turns out to be Madison.
I know. Madison is driving Coco and Mallory to their hair appointment. And she's like, leave me a 5-star rating, please.
Yeah.
And Coco meets her husband at that appointment.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool to see. Dinah Stevens has a talk show. Madison is like, that bitch, she got a talk show.
She like kicks in the door, kind of like, I need permission to kill another witch.
Yeah.
And they're kind of like, oh, what's the witch? It's like, Dinah Stevens, she got to sell her soul to the devil because that bitch ain't entertaining at all to have her own talk show.
Yeah.
And like Myrtle's just kind of like, oh, go for that. And Cordelia's kind of like, no, we want to keep her close to destroy her later. And that comes into play later a little bit.
And use her voodoo.
Mm-hmm.
And then we jump to like Kylo Zeppelin, who is Michael.
Oh. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Kylo Ren and like Led Zeppelin. So he's like, that's how he looked. And he's trying to see Mallory's powers. He's trying to like, it's at that point in the timeline where he's like, there's something different about you. Show me your powers.
Oh,
like
when he shows like his white face, his devil face.
Yeah.
So we kind of like go back and kind of like reconnect a lot of things that have happened that we've seen in like the first 2 episodes. We go back and
it's almost like you're rewatching some of the earlier episodes in this finale, but it's showing you it from sort of
kind of like, this is why this happened this way.
Yeah, it's playing it out in order with all the missing pieces.
Yeah.
So the witches, I guess they died. And then they're crawling out of a graveyard, and this is supposed to take place 2 years ago.
They didn't die. They went under. No, they did because Misty always talked about kind of like the Louisiana mud. Like the Louisiana mud can like cure all these things. I think they went down into the mud and just kind of like hung out there for as long as possible.
2 years.
2 years to kind of like prevent all like the nuclear thing. Like even like Madison, I have no idea how long she's been down there. So it's just like I have no idea. How long we've been down there? It's like 2 years. And so that really makes sense now why we only see Cordelia and Madison and Myrtle in the beginning of this season.
Because straight from that, they go to the bunker to wake up and actually resurrect Coco and Mallory.
Yeah, and pretty much take off the identity spell because they've been put underneath the identity spell because they cannot know who you really are.
And Michael makes an offer to the witches. Kind of saying like,
come join me.
The classic evil.
Bow down and call me your savior.
Yeah, get on your knees and pledge allegiance or die.
Oh.
And just reminds me of Voldemort.
Fun 2 options. Oh yeah, fight with me.
And then what is her name? The witch that shows up from hell.
Oh my goodness, I was so happy to see Angela Bassett. Honestly, this whole season, like the finale, was kind of like, it was just like a reunion for all the Coven girls. Like we even see like Addie.
Coven reunions.
Yeah, it was pretty much like that because I was stoked to see Angela Bassett. She was just the voodoo queen. She's
Well, she shows up from hell because she made a deal with the devil.
And actually, that was pretty cool too because we were going to see the hell that she was stuck in at the end of the Coven. So it's kind of like going back to the crazy lady who's kind of like cut up slaves and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
was that Coven?
That was Coven.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I was expecting to see Kathy Bates down there too, going kind of like, no, not my daughters.
She shows up and she's like, yeah, I was there because I traded my soul with the devil. I made a deal. And then she kills Dinah.
Yeah, because, well, Dinah goes kind of like, bitches, if you think I am going to side with you, I'm going to side actually with Michael because brother hooked the girl up, you know? And like, that's when Angela Bassett was kind of like, I'm going to kill you. And then she dies. And then Dinah must have gone to hell because she's not there anymore.
And then robot meat explodes from a witch spell. She's like, oh,
yeah, that was kind of interesting.
So, I had to laugh. I was like, what in the hell is going on?
It happened like that. It's like, okay, we're going to do some stuff too.
What the
and
hell?
then like looked at her and she exploded.
That was a nice little moment when he had his little like close up with her and his goodbye to her. Like, that was really touching. Madison shoots up Michael. She's like, I'm gonna do this my way. And they're like, no. And she's like, just go. Like, I shot him up. He's gonna wake up from this any minute. Like, go. So Mallory, she runs around the corner. She's like running, and then
we seem like we're getting so close. But who did we forget about?
The ex.
Oh, the exes always come out and get
ya. The ex. Remember in the beginning of the season when he like ran and they're like, where did he go?
I'm not grateful for that ex. Next.
So she stabs him right when she runs around the corner. It's kind of like, really?
Yeah.
Like, really? All these witches are there and nobody could like reverse this or like,
well,
she has the power. Why can't she do it on herself?
Because she's so weak. That's the whole point. She's so weak that now she's getting stabbed.
So after that, Madison, so that the spell she was about to go do is like delayed. And Madison, her head explodes. And like right before that, she's like, oh shoot. Because like the devil appears behind her and she's like, guess it's back to retail. And then her head explodes.
Boom.
No, it's like, wow. A lot of things are happening. Coco then goes to stab Michael while he's stabbing the voodoo queen girl.
He goes in there and like ripped out her heart and like starts
ripping it out, and then Coco stabs him in the back from behind.
And he's like,
and Michael turns around and he's like,
you weak soul, I'm like, no longer
full Targaryen on her, starts eating the heart.
Oh yeah, that's good.
And like breaks Coco's neck and then moves on. He's just like plowing through these witches.
Yeah.
Cordelia tries to get Mallory to travel back in the time machine bathtub.
The hot tub time machine bathtub.
But it's not working because she's stabbed. And
she's too weak.
And then the redheaded witch, Myrtle's like, it appears as though we're fucked, my dear. And I really like the delivery of that line because she like, the line is so funny and so blunt, but she actually like, you see the tear in her eye. So like that takes a lot to like mix those together.
Yeah.
And like hold back the tears, but show that she's still like, she's a really great actress. And then it's sort of like a Cordelia versus Michael face-off, which I thought was going to be a Mallory versus Michael face-off, but it is Cordelia. Yeah. And he's going to kill her. He says that. He's like, I'm going to enjoy watching you die. And she's like, that may be true, but you're not going to have the pleasure of killing me.
She had to sacrifice herself. And then I called that.
She knew that Cordelia was going to kill herself in order for Mallory to rise to her full potential and defeat Michael.
And that's really what happened. Like right when she stabbed herself and like goes down, and bubbles start rising in the bathtub.
Mallory starts going back in time.
And then she sees the spell, and then all of a sudden we're back.
2015,
and
Jessica Lange.
Oh my goodness! I thought she was going to be in one episode. I was stoked to see her again. Well, this is back
to the same exact scene where Michael has killed the priest.
Yeah, but I was stoked to see that. And honestly, like there's not, and I love that scene because Cody usually kind of like. You know, Michael, Cody Fern, who usually plays Michael, usually when he's in the scene, he kind of like steals the scene. He's like such a powerful actor. I love it. He really
is. He's my favorite.
But Jessica Lange can like give it just as much as Cody can.
She can match it and go
it's
beyond.
Like, she steals the scene.
Yeah, she steals
and we gotta get her back into American Horror Story like permanently because I miss her.
Write the check, whatever she asked for, just write it. Like, please, like Ryan Murphy, like.
We got to have her back.
That's your ticket.
Oh my goodness, she's just so powerful. It's amazing. I love that scene.
Yeah, she's kind of like, what the fuck? And she kicks him out.
Yeah, she's like, take your shit and leave.
Because he tries to like choke her.
Yeah.
And she's like, do it. And he's like, I can't. And she calls him out. She's like, you're a coward. I knew you couldn't do it. And then he gets kicked out. So now he's in the middle of the street. And Mallory appears out of nowhere.
He's
in
like walking down the street. It's like,
she runs him over with her car. It's like, that is the spawn of Satan. And he got ran over with a Jeep or whatever that was.
That kind of like, she just like went there, backed up over him again, looked at like Constance, and Constance kind of like, okay, that could have saved me some time.
I hated that. I thought that was so cheap. I thought that like there was going to be this huge face-off scene between Mallory and Michael, and it was going to be like the witch versus Satan spawn, and it was going to be a big scene. I didn't know it was going to be that quick. I didn't know it was going to be that anticlimactic. I was disappointed.
I liked it. Because
I know honestly, you did.
I liked it.
Not.
You know, it's not the end of the world that you didn't like it. But I liked it. I thought it was just kind of like, because you can't he was so powerful that even if like Mallory was kind of like trying to fight him in that, he would win.
I kind of wanted that to happen. I kind of wanted to see like more destruction. I don't know. I just wanted. It felt cheap. It felt like all of this build up, and you think something's going to happen, and then everything just works out all magically and perfectly, and it's like,
well, that's what. What? This takes place in the same universe.
But this is American Horror Story. It usually ends with bad things happening.
Well, I think they need to have the world be there for them to have some more horror stories about America.
Well, it doesn't have to be in that universe.
Well, they have to. Yeah, it has to be in the universe.
It doesn't have to
be. It's all connected.
It doesn't have to be.
What? It has to be.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be.
I don't even understand what that is.
Anyways, Michael asks Constance to take him inside as he's dying. He's scared, and he wants to be taken into the murder house so he can live there forever with her. And she tells him to go to hell.
Yeah, like literally just like go to hell. And so Michael dies without going to the murder house.
Hi, Winston.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, she leaves him out there on the street to die, and so he's gone forever. And that's another thing. I kind of wanted him to die in the murder house. I kind of wanted him to reappear in later seasons. This means we're not going to see him again.
We might see him again. I would just see Cody Fern again, to be honest. I hope.
I hope he at least puts a different character.
We put him on retainer in this.
And Mallory just stays in 2015 and sort of like plays everything out, and she starts narrating it. And like Zoe's still alive, Queenie's still alive, Myrtle's still dead.
Myrtle's still dead because there's no reason
to bring her back.
Yeah. I like how Queenie talked about the hotel.
Yeah, she talked about the hotel Cortez. It's like, Queenie, no, don't go there.
Yeah,
go in here.
I know. I don't know you that well.
I hear there's really bad traffic there. Like,
yeah,
no.
You want to be close to the beach. She's like, I'm gonna spend my time in
okay.
Venice.
It's like, well, okay, she just saved Queenie, so she's like changing the events for the future.
Yeah,
and Misty's back. And
Misty and Addie, I believe is her name. I forget her name, but I remember
because of the street cred with the demons.
Yeah, and even Misty comes back on kind of like, I know who you are. You know, maybe Cordelia doesn't know who you are, but I know who you are. I know what you went through. And I think even like how like she said too, they're kind of like Madison's still in hell, but
we're gonna leave her there for a little bit,
longer. We can bring her back.
We'll eventually bring her back, but she can just stay there and think about what she did.
She's gotta just chill.
And then we flash. This is what I didn't like. We flash forward then to 2020. Like it was too many jumps around time.
I didn't like that.
And we see the couple from the beginning of the season like bump into each other and meet for the first time. This is Emily and Timothy.
Oh yes.
And 1 year later from there, like boom, boom, time jumps. They are having a kid. And then 3 years from there, the kid is sort of exactly how Michael was, killing his babysitter at home. They're finding him covered in blood. The babysitter's dead. The Black Pope shows up and he's like, you have the Antichrist. And it kind of all starts over again as like a cycle.
Yeah.
Meh. That's how I felt.
I didn't like the whole Timothy and Emily thing. Like they should have played that kind of differently.
And it still doesn't make sense why they were like special and got taken to the bunker at the beginning of this season.
Yeah, well, also it doesn't make sense too because the way that Michael was created, it was through like the demon.
Yeah, this makes no sense. Like who are these people who I hope it's going to be explained later because we were left with no answers to that.
Yeah.
And how the hell these people produced another spawn of Satan.
And also I got another kind
Where's that Michael Reborn?
That could be Michael Reborn because it happened.
You can't stop the devil.
You can't stop the devil. But also, I didn't like too. It felt like there was a couple loose ends because Joan Collins, Michael kills her when he goes to the coven and kills all the other witches. Like he like kills her too, but somehow she's in the bunker because she's like and that didn't make sense. Like I don't remember hearing that they brought her back at all. So why is she in the bunker?
Definitely not my favorite episode of the season. Definitely not how I wanted the finale to go. I still think my favorite episode was the first flashback we had with Michael and like
the murder house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the murder house was a really good episode. There's a lot of throwbacks in there, but that's it. That's the finale, and
those are our theories and review. Let us know what you thought of this episode, and if you have any theories, leave it in the comments below.
Do you have any theories from last? Oh wait, yeah. Well, actually,
so sorry for not doing a live stream last week.
We are from Thousand Oaks, California, and you probably didn't know what that town was.
That's our hometown.
A week ago, but it's been on the news constantly. From the Borderline shooting is actually kind of like where I met my boyfriend. So it's
at Borderline.
So it was really crazy.
It's been a little emotional. We just weren't up to it last Thursday. That's literally the day after it happened,
and then all the fires started happening,
and then the fires the next day. We were gonna do a late one, and it was just too much going on.
Yeah,
and too close to home.
It really hit home. So TO strong, Oak Park strong, and just want to it's crazy hometown.
I'm just glad that we're still here.
Yeah,
and that you guys still are, and we love you. Thank you, and we will see you on our Outlander live streams.
Ooh, it's Mondays.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching American Horror Story. It's over.
American Horror Story has been finalized.